All right, this is All That Matters from the Issue series. Taken two. I guess the last one I didn't have the audio on, so here it is again. I hope you can hear it. And it's called All That Matters, and this is the Issue series. A lot of our issues come from people doing things, even sometimes good things, but not out of love. As we're learning here in 1 Corinthians 13, love is all that matters. Back in 1 Corinthians 12, we were learning about God's power, that every believer has been given special abilities, special gifts given to us by God so that we can help each other. But sometimes people help each other, not always with the heart of love. Sometimes we do it out of obligation. We do it out of what we think is our Christian service, or people know when hearts are not pure. You ever had somebody doing something what's seemingly kind, they're acting very kind, but you know it's phony, it's not real, something's not right about, you just can tell that it sounds right, but there's something not right. Motives matter. Motives mean a lot. And so love needs to be behind everything we do. 1 Corinthians 13, it says that if we have the gift of prophecy, if we sacrifice our lives, if we if we help the poor, if we feed those that are hungry, whatever we do, if it doesn't come from love, if we know all the mysteries of God, we're able to walk in such amazing power, have such great faith that we can move mountains. Yet, if it doesn't come from love, God says it means nothing. So why do things when they mean nothing? So if we're going to be doing work, love. Well, how do we receive this love? Of course. Sorry about that. I'm going to turn my ringer off. If we're going to do things for God, we need to do things with God. And God is love. As long as we're doing things with God, love is coming out of us. So daily we must get with God and receive love, so that as we are going about our life, what we're saying comes out of love. A love unconditional. It's a love not like this world. I know when I was I would use the word love often because I wanted something. I knew women who are emotional love to hear, I love you. We mean what we say. It can mean we want something from that person. Our self is behind it. And so if we're going to really, self cannot be part of it. We're called to die to ourselves. Again, a love that is unconditional, God kind of love. It's a love that the world cannot know, the world cannot manufacture. It's a love that is supernatural. Just like the gifts are supernatural, so is God's love. God is supernatural and God is love. So to walk in this supernatural, we got to walk with God. We got to receive continual walking with Him if we're going to walk that love. And how do we know we're out of God's relationship? How do we know when we're not alive? You tell that with somebody else. How can you tell even when your husband or wife says, I love you, if they really are showing love? Corinthians 13 is our love test. It's our love check. If we could drink love, which we actually can, love potion, God's love, we can drink in His presence. We're drinking from Him. We're love. So how did we got it? Well, this in 1 Corinthians 13, love is kind. Love is patient. Love is not jealous. Love is not rude. It does not demand its own way. It's not all about itself. It doesn't remember wrongdoing. And the list goes on and on. Check it out. It's a good chapter to memorize. A few scriptures that says what love is, because that's the test. And the moment we realize that we're not walking in love, we need to get right with God, and we need to get right with the people that we're misrepresenting God to. A lot of children go astray. They grow up in a Christian home, but they don't experience the love of God. They get plenty of church, but not the love of God. What matters above all else is the love of God. It's the love of God that changes people. Gifts are great, but what matters is the giver. We got to know the giver of the gifts, because it's love that transforms. And what people need in this world is God. And so we need to be renewed in his love. Paul prayed for the Ephesian church that they would know God's love to the fullest. True maturity is growing in God's love. And everything we do and everything we say come out. Sorry, I'm having a lot of interruptions here, but again, all that matters is love. Bottom line, if that's what you heard today from this devotion, is all that matters is love. And again, how do you get that love? You get it from God. You give him your heart, you surrender your all, and then you receive his love. You go around your family, when you're around your friends, love comes out of you. Genuine love. That's what draws people to God, love. We can tell them to come to church all we want, but until we show love, love is a magnet. It draws. There's nothing more powerful than it. It's the most powerful thing on earth is love. I can't get enough of it. I want more of God's love. How about you? I remember when I fell in love, and now I'm still in love with my wife, and that love keeps growing, and I cannot get enough of it. But God's love is beyond. Can never get enough of it. There's nothing better than worshiping God. How could we be a Christian and say we don't like singing songs? It's about worship. Worshiping God, being intimate with God, getting filled up with his love. We need that every day. Don't get too busy in this time of year. Our existence, but often this time of year, which we celebrate the birth of Christ, we can get so caught up in family and friends and getting stuff and buying stuff and giving stuff, and we forget about his presence, the greatest thing, his love. And that's what people need more than anything. We can give him anything and it ain't going to matter much. Love is what matters, and it's what changes people. God bless you. Hope you enjoy this devotion today. Have a wonderful day.